to all you Geminis. Welcome for your monthly forecast for May 2015, and happy birthday for some of you who have a birthday around the end of May. Now, what kind of month is this for you Geminis? Well, I've mentioned I'm doing the mutable signs first, and you're one of them. The mutable signs like Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces, and you Gemini. This is a crucial month for you, a very important month. Not exactly to act, but to stand still and to rethink and to find your priorities. Now, why is that? Most important thing that is going on for you is basically the Saturn Neptune square again. It's activated by lots of planets in your sign. Secondly, it's the Mercury retrograde in your sign. What an emphasis on you Gemini, by the way. And that is going together with the Neptune-Saturn square. And then a tiny little bit I want to explain something about a fixed star called Caput Algol. So what does it mean, the Saturn-Neptune square? It's going on for a long while, for the whole year actually. But it's not always, you don't always feel it that much. And now is a month that you will feel it to the extreme almost, because your ruler Mercury is involved here in the Saturn-Neptune dance. And what does it mean? Saturn is reality, feet on the ground, and Neptune is vision and is possibilities and is dreams, fantasy. So it is a clash, and quite often on the mundane level it means you're not content, period. And with how things are going at this time. And what things? Well, it's the basic areas of your life, because the house, we've got 12 houses in the horoscope, and the 4 houses are the key areas of your life, and these are all triggered for you. So it's the first house, which is you, with all that activity of Gemini energy going on there. Then you've got the 7th house of your relationships, where Saturn is, where the tester is, where the planet urges you to set your priorities, to commit yourself, or to commit yourself to what is right for you, and to discord yourself, or how do you say that? With what is not good for you. And you also have Neptune in Pisces, which is your 10th house, which is work, which also demands things to be changed there. But the main focus is where Saturn is, and Saturn is what needs your priority now, and that is relationships for a lot of Geminis. Saturn there in the 7th house is like showing you, is this what you want? Is this really what you want to commit yourself towards if you are in a relationship? If you are not in a relationship, you are examining what you are afraid of. You are examining what you think is important, what you think is not important. So it's a lot about questioning. It's not about deciding yet. That's for next month, and especially after the 11th, when your ruler Mercury goes direct again. The 11th, the 12th, the 13th, let's say. So now is the time to stand still and to redefine it, to examine it, to look at it as a process, because in one of those areas you're not content. And that's a lot of people. You can do 2 things, or you can get frustrated, or you can say, okay, let's use this energy in order for me to get what I really, really want, and to know what really is important for me in my life. So very important energy for the Geminis. It's not easy, because Gemini don't really like to stand still, and they prefer the action. They are ruled by Mercury, and Mercury wants to run around and wants to explore, and is not really keen on all that standing still and not knowing where you're heading at. They hate that. They want to have clarity. That's Mercury ruled Gemini. They want to have clarity. There are truth seekers as well, because you're ruled by Mercury, you know, the planet of knowing. So, but whatever it is that you're not sure about, take your time. This is the key. Take your time, and instead of getting frustrated, just do your work. Do the work on the relationship, or do the examining if you don't have a relationship and you're not knowing why. Do the examination. Stand still and do that inner work, and you will get your answers, probably, hopefully, next month. You need to see that in an individual chart, of course, but these are the general flavors. With the Mercury in your sign going backwards and forwards, it means that you are thinking a lot, not only about relationships, but also about what you can do, about yourself. Am I communicating how I want to communicate? Am I giving messages in a good way, in a bad way, in a clear way, in a fog way? These are the things that you are about to change in the near future. You've got Mars as well in your sign, and the Sun. So you will set your boundaries. It's a good time for the Geminis to reset the boundaries. You know, especially in relationships. It could be with clients as well, if you work with clients, or it can be with business partners as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be your loved one. But it's, you know, when you have relationships, every now and then you need to redefine the lines again, redefine the borders, or how do you call that? It's a good time to do that. Don't be too aggressive in that process, because Mars is going to make you a bit more aggressive than usual, and do it in an assertive way, which is positive, which is not aggressive but assertive. So a lot of you Geminis will have the feeling that they have been stocking and not reacting, and therefore when Mars comes into their sign, they are standing up for themselves in a bit too extreme. So be aware of that you don't walk all over other people either, because other people have walked all over you in the past. So it's a good thing to have that too. It's actually a process, finding that equilibrium of you having your boundaries, other people having their boundaries, and having respect for each other's boundaries, actually. So what a month is this for you, Geminis. And another thing that is going on, which is a bit minor, but I want to mention it anyway, is the fixed star, Caput Algol. It's a fixed star on 26 degrees of Taurus. So that's in your 12th house, just the house before your sign. And that fifth star is all about not knowing where you're heading at. It's about confusion. That's the fixed star. And it is activated. It has been activated in April, and now in May also, especially by faster planets like Mercury, Mars, and so on, but especially around the 18th of the month. There is the Sun and the Moon together, which is called a new moon, on that spot of Caput Algol. So it's just a bit of an advice that I want to give, that if you feel very confused around those days, don't bother, don't decide any major thing, if you can, of course, and it will pass very quickly, because it's just a quick energy. But that energy is all about, and it fits in with you maybe not knowing 100% where you're heading at, but it's coming. Again, it's better when you're very confused, it's better to stand still and let the confusion happen around you, and when there is a bit more calmness, you can go forwards again. So it's a lot of preparation for you in the month of May, and therefore very important month for you. Thanks for listening, you dear Geminis. Again, have a happy birthday if it's your birthday, and I wish you all the best. Thank you for listening. Bye bye.